So next up, Irish Independent, incredible moment. Over 120 voices belt out Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here" in Dublin. I'm not sure. That's all that the title allowed them to put on there. So I'm gonna look in the description as soon as we get over. Let's hop over and pop this up. I'm a little off now. Here we go. Oh, comments. Oh, what am I doing? There we go, guys. Sorry about that. I'm totally off. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to share screen. I am not set up. This one. All right, guys. Let's jump in. Incredible moment. So it says 120 voices came together today as a flash mob in Houston railway station in Dublin, Ireland, for World Suicide Prevention Day, September 2018, working together to prevent suicide. All were brought together by music director Andreas Kozlovskis. Let's jump right in, guys. My apologies. so cool. Yeah, it's a really emotional song for me. It's a really good song, but it's really close to me. You know, it's one of those songs where it's like no matter who you are, it's gonna make you think about somebody. It's gonna make you think about some moment, some time. You know, it's a really good song. It really is, and it's really cool that they did it like a flash mob like that. Like how cool would it have been just to walking through there and seeing something like that. The oohs were really cool to me. I thought that that was cooler. It sounded better than the them actually singing the verses. You know.
Yeah, I've been on the Dublin subway. Like it's like the acoustics, just like any subway, are pretty amazing. Like, but to have 120 people, there's very few songs, but Pink Floyd's "Wish You Were Here," of course, all 120 people knew those lyrics, and
Right.
it's just you're right. So like the composition of the song, very few songs I feel like this, but instrumentally, there's so much emotion packed in there, and then yeah, we are social creatures, and there's somebody you wish was there, at some moment in your life. It's a very relatable song, but to put the context of, suicide prevention, yeah, there's people that should still be here that I wish were here. And it just makes it a little bit more beautiful, a little bit more powerful. Awesome, awesome pick. Like, yeah, chills, Charles, right? But yeah, I'm very appreciative of you guys. You think you make so little an impact on some people that you come across in life.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you don't know who admires you, who, you put that smile on their face when the rest of their god awful day was nothing worth smiling about. So like,
Exactly.
I just life sucks sometimes, but all the bullshit makes you appreciate that little bit of sunshine. And sometimes you get just a little bit of sunshine. It's just not fair, But I'm happy you're here. I'm really happy every one of you in the community's here. I think this is a beautiful song, and I'm happy to experience it with every one of you. And if you ever think about taking your life, I would hope you would think twice, because it's yeah, there's some horrible, terrible shit you don't deserve that's gonna hit you sometimes, and we all lose people, wonderful people that
Yeah.
were our rock and stuff. But life goes on. I don't know why. For some people, that just feel like they keep taking those punches, but I do think it goes on for a reason. So I'm happy you're here. please
Yeah.
please don't jeopardize that.
It was incredible. Glad that I've read into it a little bit more. You know, we got that little bit. I'm glad it cut off like this because I don't think I would have checked it out if it didn't cut off. I just want, I'm curious. I was intrigued. But yeah, I'm glad I did. I'm glad we found out that it was about the suicide prevention. That was really cool. Such an emotional song, man.
Yeah,
Such a great song to sing for that. You know what I mean?
yeah. And
All
it
right.
does. It's not a selfish act, but I do think we should consider you know how your mother's gonna feel, how your fuck the postman. But you might be the only decent human being on his house all around or something. Like
Yeah.
when you leave, it's not just you leaving. You're
Yeah.
ripping a piece out of many people's lives, and I think
Everybody. Yeah.
yeah, you should think twice about these things. I'm not saying that the people that made that decision didn't, but I just there's some shitty moments where
All right,
I
guys.
could have made a bad decision, but don't do that.